Hello, my wonderful learners. Welcome back to Plain Simple English. Today's lesson is different. We're not just learning English today. We're learning something that will change how you think, how you respond to life, and how you build your future. Have you ever wondered why some people handle problems with such grace while others fall apart over small things? Why some people keep moving forward no matter what happens, while others quit at the first sign of difficulty? The answer isn't luck. It's not genetics. It's mental strength. And here's the good news. Mental strength is not something you're born with. It's something you build through specific habits. In the next 17 minutes, I'm going to teach you 8 powerful mental strength habits. These are not theories from books. These are practical strategies that you can start using today. And while you learn these habits, you'll also improve your English listening skills. So stay with me until the end, because the 8th habit might be the most life-changing one. Before we begin, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We create valuable lessons every single day to help you grow. Now, let's build an unshakable mind together. Habit 1. Master the gap between trigger and response. Let me share something powerful with you. Between what happens to you and how you respond, there is a space. Most people don't know this space exists. They react automatically, emotionally, instantly. Someone criticizes them, they get defensive immediately. Something goes wrong, they panic right away. Someone disagrees with them, they get angry in seconds. But mentally strong people have discovered something incredible. In that tiny gap between what happens and how you respond lies your greatest power, the power to choose. Here's what I mean. Imagine someone sends you a rude message. Your first feeling might be anger. That's normal. But here's the difference. A mentally weak person reads that message and immediately types an angry reply. They send it. Then 5 minutes later, they regret it. Why? Because they reacted from their emotions, not from their wisdom. A mentally strong person reads that same message. They feel the anger. But they pause. They don't reply immediately. They wait 10 minutes, maybe an hour. Then they respond calmly, clearly, or sometimes they don't respond at all. This is not about being passive. This is about being powerful. Think about it like this. When you let your emotions control your responses, other people are controlling you. They say something, you react. They push your buttons, you explode. You've given them remote control over your emotions. But when you learn to pause, to breathe, to think before responding, you take that remote control back. You become the director of your life, not just an actor reacting to whatever scene someone else creates. How to practice this today? The next time something bothers you, don't respond immediately. Count to 10 slowly. Take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow? Will my reaction make things better or worse? Then choose your response consciously. Do this 5 times today with small things. Someone cuts you off in traffic, pause. Someone says something annoying, pause. You feel anxious about something, pause. The pause is your superpower. Use it wisely. Habit 2. Stop outsourcing your self-worth. Let me ask you a difficult question. When was the last time you felt good about yourself without needing anyone else to tell you that you should? Most people measure their worth by external approval. How many likes did my post get? Did anyone notice my new haircut? Did my boss praise my work? Does this person think I'm smart, attractive, successful? And when that approval doesn't come, they feel empty, worthless, like they don't matter. But here's the truth that mentally strong people understand. If you need other people to feel good about yourself, you will never feel consistently good. Why? Because other people are unpredictable. They have their own problems, moods, and opinions. One day they notice you. The next day they don't. Does that mean your value changed? No. Your value is constant. But when you outsource your self-worth to others, it feels like a roller coaster. Let me give you a real example. Imagine two people create something beautiful. One person makes a painting and immediately posts it online, constantly refreshing to see how many likes it gets. If it gets 100 likes, they feel amazing. If it gets 10 likes, they feel like a failure. Their mood depends entirely on other people's reactions. The second person also makes a painting. They look at it and think, "This represents what I felt. I'm proud I created this." They might share it, they might not. But their satisfaction comes from within, from the act of creation itself, from knowing they expressed something real. Who do you think has more peace? Who has more freedom? The person whose happiness depends on likes, or the person whose happiness comes from their own values? Here's how to stop outsourcing your self-worth. First, create your own approval system. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I do my best today? Did I show up with integrity? If the answer is yes, that's enough. You don't need anyone else to validate it. Second, notice when you're seeking approval. When you feel the urge to post something just for validation, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it matters to me, or because I want others to notice? There's nothing wrong with sharing, but understand your true motivation. Third, practice internal celebration. When you do something good, even if no one sees it, celebrate it yourself. Finished a workout? Say I'm proud of you to yourself. Studied English for 30 minutes? Acknowledge your effort internally. The moment you stop needing applause from outside, you become truly free. And ironically, when you stop chasing approval, people respect you more. Because confidence that comes from within is magnetic. Habit 3. Reframe failure as expensive education. Most people are terrified of failure. They avoid trying new things because they might fail. They stay in comfortable situations because at least there, they know they won't fail. But mentally strong people have a completely different relationship with failure. They see failure not as proof that they are not good enough, but as expensive education they got for free. Let me explain what I mean. When you fail at something, you've just learned what doesn't work. That's valuable information. Most people pay thousands of dollars to go to university to learn things. But failure teaches you lessons that no classroom can. Lessons about resilience, about strategy, about yourself. Think about Thomas Edison. He tried 10,000 different ways to create the light bulb before he found one that worked. Someone asked him, how did it feel to fail 10,000 times? He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I learned 10,000 ways that don't work. That's the mindset of mental strength. Now compare that to how most people think. They try something once. It doesn't work. They think, see? I knew I couldn't do it. I'm just not good at this. And they quit. One attempt. One data point. And they've written their entire conclusion about their abilities. That's not scientific. That's not fair. And it's definitely not mentally strong. Here's how to reframe failure. When something doesn't work, ask these 3 questions. What did I learn from this experience? What will I do differently next time? What's one small thing I can try again tomorrow? Let me give you a practical example with English learning. You try to have a conversation in English. You make mistakes. You feel embarrassed. Old mindset, I'm terrible at English. I can't do this. Everyone noticed my mistakes. New mindset, I just learned 5 words I don't know yet. I discovered that I need to practice past tense more. And I survived speaking English even though it was uncomfortable. That's progress. See the difference? Same experience, completely different meaning. Failure is only failure if you stop trying. If you keep going, it's just research. It's just practice. It's just part of the journey. The people who succeed the most are not the people who never fail. They're the people who fail, learn, and keep moving forward anyway. Habit 4. Build walls around your energy. Here's something most people don't realize until it's too late. Your energy is limited. You don't have infinite emotional, mental, or physical energy. Every day you wake up with a certain amount. And throughout the day, things drain that energy. Some drains are necessary: work, responsibilities, challenges. But many drains are optional: toxic people, endless scrolling, drama, saying yes when you want to say no. Mentally strong people protect their energy like it's their most valuable resource. Because it is. Without energy, you can't think clearly. You can't be creative. You can't be patient with yourself or others. You can't work toward your goals. But most people give their energy away freely to anyone who asks. Someone wants to complain for an hour? They listen. Someone wants them to do something they don't want to do? They say yes anyway. Someone treats them badly, but they keep that person in their life. And then they wonder why they feel exhausted all the time. Let me be very clear: protecting your energy is not selfish. It's self-respect. It's necessary. It's smart. Here's how to build walls around your energy. First, learn to say no without guilt. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to apologize for having boundaries. When someone asks you to do something and you don't have the energy or desire, simply say, "I can't do that right now." If they push, repeat it. If they get angry, that's their problem, not yours. Second, limit your exposure to energy vampires. You know who they are. The people who only call when they need something. The people who complain constantly but never change anything. The people who make you feel small, anxious, or drained after every interaction. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you can limit your time with them. You can love someone from a distance. You can be kind without being available 24/7. Third, create energy rituals. These are small practices that recharge you. For some people, it's 10 minutes of silence in the morning. For others, it's a walk without their phone. For others, it's reading something inspiring before bed. Find what gives you energy back, and protect that time fiercely. Think of yourself as a smartphone. If your battery is at 10%, you can't do much. You need to recharge before you can help anyone else. Stop trying to run on 10% battery every day. Build walls around your energy. It's not selfish. It's survival. Habit 5. Train your brain to delay gratification. We live in an instant world. Instant food delivery. Instant entertainment. Instant communication. Instant everything. And this has created a generation of people who can't wait for anything. They want success immediately. They want to feel good right now. They want results without patience. But here's what mentally strong people know. The ability to delay gratification, to wait for the better reward, to do the hard thing now for the benefit later. This is one of the most powerful predictors of success. There was a famous study called the marshmallow test. Researchers put children in a room with one marshmallow. They told them, "You can eat this marshmallow now, or if you wait 15 minutes without eating it, you'll get 2 marshmallows." Some children ate it immediately. Some waited and got 2. Years later, researchers followed up with these children. The ones who could wait, who could delay gratification, had better grades, better jobs, better relationships, and better health. Why? Because delaying gratification means you can resist short-term temptation for long-term benefit. Let's make this practical. You want to be fluent in English. That takes time. But every day, you have a choice. Watch entertaining videos in your language, instant gratification. Or study English for 30 minutes, delayed gratification. The entertaining videos feel good now, but they don't move you forward. Studying English might feel boring now, but in 6 months, you'll speak confidently. You want to be healthy. You have a choice. Eat junk food, instant pleasure, or prepare a healthy meal, delayed benefit. You want to save money. You have a choice. Buy things you don't need, instant satisfaction. Or save for something important, future security. Every single day, life gives you these choices. And the pattern of your choices determines the pattern of your life. Here's how to train delayed gratification. Start small. When you want to check your phone, wait 5 minutes. When you want to buy something online, wait 24 hours before purchasing. When you want to eat dessert before dinner, wait until after. These tiny delays train your brain that you can control impulses, that you don't have to react to every desire immediately. And over time, this muscle gets stronger. You can delay bigger things. You can work toward long-term goals without giving up. You can build something meaningful instead of just consuming instant pleasure. The world rewards people who can wait. Be one of them. Habit 6. Question your automatic thoughts. Your mind creates thousands of thoughts every day. Most of them are automatic. They just appear without you choosing them. And here's the problem. Many of these automatic thoughts are wrong. They are negative. They are based on fear, past experiences, or things other people told you. But most people believe every thought that pops into their head. If their mind says, "You can't do this," they believe it. If their mind says, "Everyone is judging you," they believe it. If their mind says, "You'll probably fail," they believe it. But mentally strong people do something different. They question their thoughts. They don't automatically believe everything their mind tells them. Let me give you an example. You're about to give a presentation. Your mind says, "You're going to mess this up. Everyone will think you're stupid." Most people accept that thought as truth and feel anxious. But a mentally strong person stops and asks, "Is this thought true? Do I have evidence for this? Have I given presentations before and done fine? Even if I make a mistake, will people really think I'm stupid, or will they understand that everyone makes mistakes?" Suddenly, the thought loses its power. Because when you shine light on automatic negative thoughts, you realize most of them are just stories, not facts. Here's a common pattern of distorted thinking. All-nothing thinking. If I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. Reality. Life exists in shades of gray. Progress matters more than perfection. Catastrophizing. If this goes wrong, everything is ruined. Reality. One bad event doesn't destroy your entire future. Mind reading. They probably think I'm annoying. Reality. You can't read minds. You're probably wrong about what others think. Overgeneralization. I failed once, so I always fail. Reality. One experience doesn't define your entire pattern. Here's how to question your thoughts. When you notice a negative thought, write it down. Then ask, "Is this absolutely true? What evidence do I have? What's another way to look at this situation?" For example, automatic thought, "I'm bad at English." Question it, "Am I bad at English, or am I still learning? Have I improved since I started? Would I tell a friend they are bad at something just because they are still learning?" New thought, "I'm getting better at English every day. Learning takes time, and that's okay." Your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings influence your actions. Your actions determine your results. So if you want better results, start by questioning the thoughts that hold you back. Habit 7. Celebrate progress, not just outcomes. Most people only celebrate when they reach the finish line. They lose 20 kilograms, then they celebrate. They get the job, then they celebrate. They achieve the goal, then they feel proud. But here's the problem. Goals take time. Sometimes months, sometimes years. And if you only celebrate the final outcome, you go months or years without feeling good about your effort. That's exhausting. That's demotivating. And it's why so many people quit before they reach their goals. Mentally strong people do something smarter. They celebrate progress, not just outcomes. What does that mean? It means acknowledging every small step forward. It means recognizing effort, consistency, and improvement, even when the final goal is still far away. Here's an example. Your goal is to speak English fluently. That might take 2 years. Old mindset, I'm not fluent yet, so I haven't succeeded. There's nothing to celebrate. This person feels frustrated for 2 years. New mindset, I learned 20 new words this week. I had a 5-minute conversation in English. I understood a movie without subtitles for the first time. These are wins. This person feels motivated throughout the journey. Who do you think is more likely to actually become fluent? The one who feels like a failure every day until they reach perfection? Or the one who celebrates small victories along the way? Celebrating progress does 3 powerful things. First, it releases dopamine in your brain, which makes you feel good and motivated to keep going. Second, it trains your brain to notice improvement, which builds confidence. Third, it makes the journey enjoyable instead of miserable. How to practice this? At the end of each day, write down 3 things you did well, no matter how small. I woke up on time. I practiced English for 10 minutes. I chose a healthy lunch. These might seem tiny, but they are building blocks. Every expert was once a beginner who kept celebrating small wins until they became big wins. Stop waiting for perfection to feel proud. Start recognizing progress, and you'll find the strength to keep going. Habit 8. Choose your 5 people carefully. There's a famous saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it's scientifically true. The people around you influence your thoughts, your habits, your energy, your ambitions, and ultimately, your future. If you spend time with 5 people who complain all day, you'll start complaining more. If you spend time with 5 people who never read, you probably won't read either. If you spend time with 5 people who mock your dreams, you'll start doubting yourself. But if you spend time with 5 people who are growing, learning, and encouraging, you'll naturally rise with them. Mentally strong people understand this. They protect their circle fiercely. They don't let just anyone into their inner world. Here's how to think about it. Your mind is like a garden. The people you spend time with are seeds. Some seeds grow flowers. Some grow weeds. You can't stop seeds from being planted, but you can choose which ones you water. Let me be very clear. This doesn't mean you abandon your family or cut off old friends. But it does mean being intentional about who influences your daily thoughts. If someone constantly brings negativity into your life, you can still love them, but you don't have to spend 3 hours a day with them. If someone makes you feel small every time you talk, you can be polite, but you don't have to share your dreams with them. Here's what to look for in your inner circle. People who challenge you to grow. People who celebrate your wins, not just tolerate them. People who tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. People who respect your time and energy. People who are building something meaningful in their own lives. And here's what to limit. People who drain your energy consistently. People who gossip and complain without ever changing. People who discourage your ambitions. People who only contact you when they need something. Practical exercise. Take a piece of paper. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Next to each name, write, "Does this person make me better or bitter?" Be honest. Then ask yourself, if I continue spending time with these 5 people, where will I be in 5 years? If you don't like that answer, it's time to adjust your circle. This might sound harsh, but it's necessary. Your future self will thank you for protecting your environment today. My wonderful learners, we've covered 8 powerful habits. 1. Master the gap between trigger and response. 2. Stop outsourcing your self-worth. 3. Reframe failure as expensive education. 4. Build walls around your energy. 5. Train your brain to delay gratification. 6. Question your automatic thoughts. 7. Celebrate progress, not just outcomes. 8. Choose your 5 people carefully. Mental strength is not something you're born with. It's something you build through daily practice. You don't need to master all 8 habits today. Just pick one. Practice it for 7 days. Then add another. In 3 months, you'll be amazed at how differently you think, feel, and respond to life. If this lesson helped you, please like this video and subscribe to Plain Simple English. We create powerful lessons every day to help you grow your English and your mindset. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. And tell me in the comments, which habit will you start practicing first? Thank you for learning with me. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep growing, my friend.